remember,
tellement
Rogue
longtemps que
was
j'ai
in
pas
control of the
crafté,
break.
donc c'est ça.
Rogue
Ah,
was
voilà,
building up
d'accord.
CS advantages in like mid and bot, and Rogue are like slowly working their way to the point where, hey, you're gonna have to fight us on soul point. We have item advantage, we have XP advantage, and you're gonna lose because that's what we do. We control the early game and then we dominate. And then like a couple of these Drake fights are where things really started to just get a little bit weird.
I have to ask, and it's not fair. When
We have
about to
fucking
turn
the
faces,
bot trying to
can you
cash up to a
explain
21
how
and
this fight
at the
played
same
out
time we have the
Yeah,
tech like
positioning
it
is the
deserves.
most important
Like
thing, and you have to pay attention to where Han Solo is right now. Note that he does have flash at this point, okay? He's chosen not to use it, and instead Schalke actually
No,
get a really optimal fight because they're not fighting at the Drake.
Damn it.
They're instead fighting in that
Johnny
choke point.
doesn't
Now,
have
Rogue,
bot.
I'm
because
counting,
they
I'm
only get
counting.
one kill, don't actually feel
Sérieux?
confident enough, and it was at
Yeah, I
this
have to
point
count because it has the
Han
rooms have to be a
Solo thought to
specific
himself,
You might
height.
be wondering how we got here.
Well, no, 'cause that-
I know it's so bad. Unfortunately, we are
Just to
about
kill the
be
creatures that
eliminated,
are-
so
that are
let's rush through
coming.
these replays.
Is it 6i or something like that?
We'll go to
Hey,
the top
I'm
of
doing
the
6 by
video.
10.
Yeah, so the thing about
One.
Han Summer is him using his flash here, even though they ended up getting the Drake, is what actually gave Schalke the window that they needed to end the game. And it's crazy how, like, of all the ways for the games to end, for that play right there to actually decide it, not in that moment, but because it's the next replay that ends up setting everything up for Schalke. And I have nothing but credit for Schalke because I would not expect most teams to actually make this dive in between two towers, but they do because they know where Rogue is on the map and that this is a play that's realistic without a flash.
And just a fantastic collapse from Schalke overall, really leveraging the strength of their composition. And nothing, as you said, but praise for this team overall. But I have to call out Rogue again because this is the second time we've seen them draft a composition that is very much glass cannon-esque. We saw it with Odoamne and Jace before. And in the Misfits game, Misfits did something similar. They had the team fighting tools. Misfits were going even. The difference, no one on Schalke died in a side lane. So for me, Rogue has been playing with fire and draft for the last 2 games. And when we look at what happened in this game, Schalke were good enough to punish, and they did not make the same mistakes Misfits did. Because I think we could have seen a Misfits win last week too if it wasn't for a single player mistake. So I think Rogue need to shift a little bit what they're doing in draft because obviously they're not accelerating these leads fast enough. And this is the second game in a row where it's pretty much been balanced on a nice edge, and they've almost thrown it all away in the Misfits game, and they did throw it all away in this one.
And of course, as the
Oh,
mentioned,
dude.
we also are a little bit short on time. There was another Baron fight that, while secured by Rogue, ultimately didn't matter because they lost their entire team and they lost the base. I mean, we will take a look at this, but Vedas, like, closing thoughts when we watched this game because we were debating quite heated at times, you know, what we were seeing.
Well, I think that what surprised me is normally when I look at Rogue as a team.
Je vais
even
faire un
if they're
trou
at a
pour
draft
pouvoir accéder en
disadvantage-
dessous puis faire un mur puis juste...
Yeah, sounds good.
draft disadvantages never really bothered me that much because their execution is often very clean, right? So even when you sit there and say these are the win conditions that you have to adhere to, I look at Rogue and I go, oh, they'll adhere to it because that's just what they've been so far in our split, right? They have been clean, they have well executed, and I think that they've just been impressive to watch. And I think this was the first time that we really saw that misexecution and how draft can be a big punishing factor because if you do make those mistakes against a comp that is ultimately more
Well,
straightforward
goodbye.
then you can be punished. And Schalke's the type of team that if you give them a window, they'll be like,
Oh, you live.
that window.
Take it on.
And I think overall, again, I want to end it on some
Okay.
because I do think that they
to
punished
cross
very well
plots
despite
once.
falling behind. Jarvan, I am
Workbench.
despite Gilly's performance, Jarvan is still, I do not think, a good pick. Like, that is such a massive CS discrepancy. But Orianna Jarvan is good.
Comment qu'on fait pour mettre le mur? C'est quoi la touche pour mettre l'arrière?
Small pick for punishing.
That's okay,
Yes,
I'll
they did
do
overstay
it.
their welcome in a
You
number of
need to
fights,
build
but still,
the
good credit to Schalke at the end of it.
I have to
the
jump
thing
on
to
that.
do it.
Orianna Jarvan is a combination.
Yeah, it's a
Orianna was
specific
working,
type
Kevin
of
was
tiles
the chair. I mean, he lost
for the background.
Why am I excited about that? Because Abadage won the Kia Player of the Game. He picked up 45% of the votes. It was an interesting game to watch. I think one of the things I still cannot get out of my head right now is that after week 1, Schalke dropped that game to XL. They come back on a 2-game winning streak. They take down G2 last week. They take down Rogue today. And it's just, the score is
League's
just
too
not
easy
something
for him, bro. It's just too easy.
Miracle Run
Schalke
never
on the
ended.
up and up. Yeah, the Miracle Run's still alive.
The question I am going to be asking, Kingslayers, is there something that sticks? Is there a better title? Help us and help me!
Hey, after that,
Understand
let's
that
play
Lord is
Starbound.
standing by with Limit.
No, I don't like that game too much.
De quoi?
At all. Starbound. J'aime pas trop ce jeu.
Hey, on joue à Gunbound tant qu'à y être, esti.
The fuck is Gunbound?
Oh, it was a good game.
Seed? Oh, you wanna watch Gunbound Seed? Okay, I'm okay with that.
No, Gunbound was like a good game.
Gunbound Seed, yeah. Gunbound
It's,
Seed.
It's like a,
C'est
It's
comme un
like
jeu
Tank.
qui se joue sur internet, comme les jeux .io là. Mais
it's like
sauf-
Tank. You know the old game Tank where like you have a tank on the map like and you shoot others when it's your turn.
I've never played
Ben
it,
c'est
but
comme jouer à Worm mais un peu différent.
Yeah, Worms also.
Okay, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Parce que c'est plus dur que Worm là. T'as pas comme genre 42 choix de bombes pis de whatever, de shit.
Well, you have an avatar. He has like a set of moves that he can do, and that's it.
T'as comme 3-4 moves que tu peux faire pis that's, ouais, c'est ça, that's it. J'ai dit ça encore Terraria moi?
Hopefully, no.
I'm pretty sure you do. I remember seeing it somewhere on your disc.
Je pense que je l'ai plus. Anyway, l'installer ça prend 2 secondes ce jeu-là.
Yeah, but for you,
I don't think it's good to play with us, Mark.
Non mais là c'est toi qui veux jouer avec moi.
Of course, I do.
I feel
Wait.
I feel in your tone that you really want it. So
Oh.
I gotta come.
Yeah, I'm not that good at like subtlety as I thought I was.
So I guess I need to come now. Now that you know that you I want.
I mean, what is if I like to do a 24-hour